Maybe for the next
one. We're live.
Oh, we're on. Awesome. Good evening, guys.
It is evening.
Yes, after 5 o'clock it becomes evening. It's not afternoon anymore.
Late afternoon.
Don't worry, I haven't left the house in like 3 days, so there's no way. I hope.
All right. Good. Thanks, everyone, for joining us on this gray Monday here in Milan. Please say hi in the chats. We love to know who we're talking to.
Yeah, so say hi, but careful because there is a small delay on when you press send and when we can see it. So if we don't respond immediately, just some patience.
Yeah, we always try to answer everyone's questions or comment in the chat, just a little delay. For new students, my name is Pearl.
And I'm David.
I'm American from Florida.
And I'm British. I'm from South London. So 2 different accents you'll hear today, which is nice to hear the pronunciation. Alessandra, nice to see you again.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
We have Benedetta and Francesca and Annalisa. I think we had you here before, Annalisa.
Annalisa, yeah, we did. Perfect.
Thanks, Alessandra. We're happy to do a lesson again with you too. I think you're going to recognize this lesson. It's a repeat from last week.
But we didn't finish it last week, so perhaps we can go a bit faster at some points or whatever.
I think this live stream is for all of Italy since the schools are now closed. So we are from the Milano school. If you're from another school in Italy, please let us know in the comments as well.
Yeah, it's really cool that this is now nationwide and we can see or meet virtually. We can meet lots of students now.
Yeah, great. So let's get started.
So today we are making requests. So we're going to make requests using modal verbs and we're going to be very, very polite.
Yes, being polite is important.
Of course, it's always important.
And especially for British people.
Yeah, English speakers in general, but I think, Mattia, I like that, definitely. London is the best in the world, 100% the best city.
I mean,
I'm happy with that.
I think there are other cities that are better than the world, but okay.
Such as?
I think Rome is pretty good. I like Rome.
Pretty good, yeah, but it's not the best.
I think America is the best
city.
Country. And therefore the cities in America are the best.
Well, I'm visiting New York in September, so I can give a more balanced opinion then, maybe.
New York is great. It is one of the best. All right. So when we make requests and we want to be polite, we use modal verbs. And Alessandra, hopefully you remember. What are 3 reasons we use modal verbs? 1 is for requests and advice, right? We use modal verbs for requests, advice. Hi, Isabel. Thank you for joining us. The other 2 reasons, we use modals.
Yeah.
The other 2 reasons we use modals.
Request, advice.
Must.
Use
must.
Yeah.
You guys know. I'm
just gonna have a drink.
What are the other 2 reasons we use modals for? Request, advice. Come on, dude.
Is that for 2?
Yeah.
Or is that 1?
The other 2 reasons.
I'm very confused. Hey, Eleanor, good to see you. Welcome to our focus.
May, might, could. Yes, may, might, could be used for possibilities.
Requests.
And possibilities.
Yeah.
Right? A little bit more. Come on.
Okay, so there's 1 more category.
There we go.
Perfect.
Alessandra said it.
Perfect, Alessandra. You got that right. That's for obligation. and possibility. So careful with that word there. Obligation. Perfect. Good
There you
self-correction.
go.
Thank you, Benedetta. And Annalisa, perfect. Good example. These are the modals we're going to use today because they're all about possibility. And so they're used for requests, which is making things more polite. You add possibility, it makes it more polite.
Yes. Great.
Perfect.
Let's continue.
So here we have 3 situations, and we want to know how we can make these requests. Number 1, you're at a friend's house and you want a glass of water. How can you request it? Number 2, you'd like to open the window in a cafe and you want to make sure it won't bother the person sitting nearby. How can you ask if it's okay? And number 3, you want to ask a salesperson for a shoe in your size. How do you ask?
Ooh, there are some nice words in there.
Mm.
So one of the words, it might be new for some of you, is bother.
Oh yeah, bother.
So what does bother mean?
Perfect, yeah. What does bother mean? Slightly different pronunciation on there as well. Got a real bother.
Bother? How do you say it?
Bother.
Bother. Say it.
Bother.
It sounds very similar to me.
Bother.
Bother.
Perfect. But what does it mean? That's the important part. Perfect, Benedetta. Annalisa, very good answers to the question there. May I have a glass of water? Could I have a glass of water?
Mm-hmm.
But our first question...
Yes, Alessandra, yes. Bother means to disturb. Bother means to disturb. Absolutely. Good job.
Perfect. So yeah, question 1. You're at a friend's house and you want a glass of water. How can you request it? Benedetta, perfect. May I have a glass of water? Could I have a glass of water?
Good. Yes, bother also means to annoy.
Cool.
Exactly.
So then, talking about bother, what does it... how can you ask if it's okay? You'd like to open the window in a cafe and you want to make sure it won't bother the person sitting nearby. What's the full request?
Can I? Yep, can I is another way to ask, can I have a glass of water? But what if I want you to give me the glass of water?
Oh, that's very good language.
Question, guys. Can I have a glass? We're going to return. That's a good question. It's very similar to how you will ask number 2.
Mm-hmm.
So can I have a glass of water? May I have a glass of water? Great, Mattia, perfect. Please, could you give me a glass of water?
Perfect. Or could you get me a glass of water? But yeah.
Exactly. Could you give me? But good. Back to number 2.
Number 2.
I want to open the window, but I don't want to disturb David. What can I say? I'm just going to open it. Mm-hmm.
May we open the window? Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
May we open the window?
Then
Could you open the window, please? Yes, if I'm asking David to do it, but if I want to do it, but I don't want to disturb him.
That's an important part. Make sure it won't bother. Make sure it won't disturb. How can you ask that?
Thinking of the simple way to say it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe open the window. Never forget.
Oh, Mattia, very, very important. Thank you. How did we miss that till now? I forgot that.
Shame on you, British.
Terrible.
Please, yes, please. There you go, Alessandra. Would you mind if I open the window?
Perfect. That's what we wanted, because this would you mind is asking, does it bother you? Does it disturb?
Or is it a problem?
Yeah.
Is it a problem if I open the window? Elena, you're close. Could I open the window if it not Not that. If it doesn't bother you, or if it won't bother you. Right?
If it doesn't bother you, if it won't.
If it won't bother you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
both are correct.
Yeah, if it won't bother you.
If it won't bother you, or if it, yeah, better. But yes, good, Alessandra. Would you mind if I open the window?
Perfect. And so number 3, you want to ask a salesperson for a shoe.
I have a bonus question. If I want to ask David if it is a problem for him to open the window, how could I ask that? Remember, would you mind if I open is infinitive, but if I want David to open it?
Ah, you mean if you're changing who is active. So this one, would you mind?
If I open the window, but I want to ask David if it is a problem for him to open the window.
Oh, so
how
it's
do we
very
change
similar.
that? How do we change it?
Good question.
Is it a problem for you?
And you want me to open the window.
Yes.
It's my action for opening the window.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, should you open the window, David? Attention here, because should is not used for requests. It is a modal verb, but it's not used for requests. It's used for advice and giving suggestions. So we don't use should today.
Mm-hmm.
We stick with may, might, could.
There you go, Alessandra. You remembered. Yes. Would you mind opening the window, please? If I'm asking someone if it's a problem for them, would you mind opening? If I'm asking if it's a problem, if I do it, it's followed by the infinitive. Would you mind if I open the window, or would you mind opening the window?
Not a problem. And I open the window.
Very good.
Perfect.
Both are correct.
Yeah.
Whichever you prefer. Good. All right. Last.
The final one, you want to ask a salesperson for a shoe in your size. How do you ask?
I love shopping for shoes.
Should I see a pair of shoes of my number?
Remember, Annalisa, should is a modal, but it's a modal we use for advice. So we're making a request, but you're in the right direction.
Yeah, should is for recommendations, like, should I see the new Tarantino movie?
Yes, you should.
Yeah, it's to give advice.
Mm-hmm.
So here it's a request. Hopefully we can get some good answers here because you've used the right modals until now.
Mm-hmm. So they're just waiting.
Also, very good question structures from these guys.
Yeah, good job, guys. Your question structures are correct. And questions are difficult. Good job.
Especially modal questions. So really well done, Alessandra.
And Lisa. Very good.
Really good answers.
Good, Alessandra. Could I have another size, please?
Please, very important.
Could, yep, could. Another modal. What letter is that?
M. No? Is that not clear?
No, it is.
Now it is.
Could be the other one. It's not very common, but you can say it.
Sounds more posh.
Yeah, it does.
Don't know why, because it's not more posh. I don't think.
Or the simplified version of could. The informal one.
Mm.
May. Yes, Alessandra. May I have another size?
Perfect. Yeah, may is more common to use for. This is kind of permission when you're asking someone, may I?
Mm-hmm.
Could I? Yeah. Perfect. Really nice. Good job.
Yep. All right. Let's continue. Good job, guys. Could I have a glass of water, please? Do you mind if I open the window, or do you mind opening the window? And could you check if you have this in a size 8 for me? But what you all said is correct.
Good job.
All right. What do we use to make requests? We said previously modal verbs. We said some can, could,
May, might.
Could I, can you? Would you please? Would you mind?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Ah.
Would you mind if I? Is it okay if?
Or could you please?
Perfect. So here, would you mind if I, or is it okay if I? It's exactly the same.
Good.
Cool. Mattia, shall. Ooh.
Shall is a very special word.
Yeah, it's a strange one. It's not very common anymore. But again, it's the same as should. Should technically is the past and the present for suggestions. Shall is the future of a suggestion or a good idea.
Yeah, like so. Shall we have dinner after this lesson?
Oh, yes, I'll be very hungry. Future, shall we have dinner after the lesson?
Good, Katie. Could I have a shoe 30? So a shoe size 38. Shoe size 38.
Perfect.
Good.
Perfect.
All right. Any questions, remember, guys, you can ask us in the chat and we will answer it as soon as we see it.
So here, we need to be polite. Remember, we're using modal verbs, can, could, may, might. Would you mind if? And the magic word. Where possible, we want to include the magic word, please. So, bartender, I want a mojito.
Sounds very aggressive.
It is quite aggressive. Waitress, bring me a menu.
Aggressive as well.
Yeah.
Maybe it's how you're saying it.
Well, because there's no modal verbs, it's very aggressive. Mom, I want a glass of water. I need to make a copy of this document. Repeat what you said.
Good. So in the chat, write the polite request for number 1. Bartender, I want a menu.
Mojito.
Dang it. Mojito. It's close. They're both M's.
M.
They're both M. I would love a mojito right now. Oh, no, I said it. A mojito would be great right now.
It would be great right now. On this grey Monday evening.
Grey Monday. Maybe it's just sunny in other parts of Italy.
Oh, yeah, possibly. It's very grey in Milan.
To reflect our mood.
I mean, if it's grey, I don't mind if it rains because I like the rain. The grey clouds, kind of boring.
Oh, I'd rather have grey clouds in the rain. I don't want to walk in the rain. Not when it's cold like this. Cold for me.
Doesn't bother me.
Good. Please, could I have a mojito? Alice, could I please have a mojito? Mattia, Benedetta, yep, good. Could I please have a mojito? Alessandra, what is the difference? Difference is the noun. Different is the adjective. What is the difference between may and might? Not that much, to be honest. They're very similar. They're very, very similar. They're interchangeable.
They are. They're very, very interchangeable. You can't use them incorrectly. But I think there is more of a trend for might to be a bit more possibility.
Yeah. Like I might go to the supermarket later. And
may is a bit more permission. Yeah. For example, in school with a teacher, may I go to the toilet, please?
Good.
But they are exactly the same. You can change them.
Good.
Perfect. May I ask a mojito, please? May I ask?
Where are you looking? Oh,
Francesca.
Francesca.
We need a preposition in here for ask. May I ask?
Yeah, we do need a preposition. You're almost correct, Francesca. We just need a preposition. Eleonora, I would like to have a mojito. I can't read it. I would like to have a mojito. May I have a mojito? Correct.
Perfect.
Good. Francesca.
May
I ask for? May I ask for a mojito? May I ask for a mojito? It's very, very polite to say it that way.
Perfect. So why do we have for after ask? There's a reason. Because in English, we ask a person. We don't ask to a person, like the Italians. So we say no preposition. But here, we need to ask for a mojito.
We're asking for an object. We ask for help. Sometimes we ask for money from our parents.
Yes, definitely.
We ask for the time.
Yeah.
We ask for objects.
So when do we use ask for?
I just said it, yeah. There we go. Ask for when we want to receive an object or information.
Yeah, so I want to receive a mojito. Can I ask for a mojito?
Good. That's very polite to say it that way.
Yeah. Number 2, waitress, bring me a menu. It's not very good. Would you receive good food if you ask like that?
No, probably not. But waitress is feminine. Feminine. Waitress is feminine. What is the masculine? What is the masculine?
Ah, yeah. Before we make the request, what is the masculine?
So waitress is feminine. Can I have a mojito, please? Yes, Kathy, good. Good. But if anyone else, waitress is feminine.
Oh, my neck is really stiff.
Waiter, yes, Mattia. Waiter is masculine. Waiter is masculine, and waitress is feminine. Could you bring me a menu?
Perfect.
1. That's great.
What?
I thought we were number 3. Sorry. The numbers confuse me.
No.
2. Could you bring me a menu? Yeah.
Perfect. Bring me a menu. To direct.
Can I have? Can I have a mojito, please? Could I have a menu? Yes. I like that you guys are using could I and could you.
Yeah, a nice mix of structures there. It means the same thing. Could you bring me, or could I have
a menu, please?
Please, thank you, Alessandra. Very, very important.
Very, very good.
So number 3, Mom, I want a glass of water. Can we make that more polite?
Hopefully you all don't speak to your mothers like this.
No, my mum would not be happy if I spoke to her like this.
No. So, Mom, I want a glass of water. How can we make that polite?
My mum always told me when I was a child, I want doesn't get. Means you do not receive if you ask or if you say I want.
Repeat it to me. I wasn't doesn't get.
I want doesn't get.
Huh. I had to think about it.
So you have to say, might I have a glass of water?
Mattia. Mom, water, please. Short, yes.
It's got please, so it's more polite.
Yeah.
Can you give me a glass of water? Thank you, Alessandra.
Can you give me a glass of water?
Mum, could you give me a glass of water?
Yep.
Very good, Eleanor. Very nice. Very nice.
If I didn't want a question, if I didn't want to say a question, how can I change Mom, I want a glass of water into a polite sentence?
I don't know the answer to this. Can you whisper it to me?
What is the polite way to say want, essentially?
Okay.
What is the polite way to say want? No, you don't. Your mom is definitely coming. Your mom is yes. Right now.
Oh, I need a glass of water.
There you go. Alessandra's got it.
Perfect.
Mom, I would like a glass of water. Remember, would like is the polite form of want.
Beautiful. Very good, Alessandra.
Good job.
So, number 4, I need to make a copy of this document. So careful. I need. It's talking about obligation. There's no politeness in there. There's no possibility or requests in there.
Kathy, Mom, can I have a glass of water? Perfect.
Good job.
Were you just saying that about this?
Number 4, I need to make a copy of this document.
So we can actually use would like, though. We can use a sentence. We can make it a polite sentence, or we can change it to a question.
Oh, Mattia, again, careful. Should is for suggestions and advice. We are not using should or shall today. It's all could, can, might, may, would. No problem.
There you
Could.
go. There
Yes.
you go.
Good job. Good self-correction. Please, could I have a copy?
Can we use an example with do you mind? Can someone make an example? Do you mind? For me or for you, right?
I drink a lot of water.
You drink, yeah. So Annalisa, remember, if we're making a question always starts with the verb in a modal verb. So not please, I may a copy. Please, may I copy? To copy is a verb. A copy is a noun. If you want to use it as a noun, please, may I make a copy?
Perfect. Alessandra, you've got it perfect today. Do you mind making a copy, please?
But what if I want to make the copy, Alessandra? What if I want to make the copy?
So good understanding there for the gerund. So Pearl asks me.
There you go. Elena got it. Do you mind if I make a copy of this document? Good job, Alessandra. Good job, Elena. Good job. So many wonderful ways.
Really good. And final one, repeat what you said.
This is a common request students make from the teachers. Alessandra likes mine. Yeah, I like it too. Good. Repeat what you said is a common thing students say to teachers, but if you can say it politely, it's wonderful.
Yeah. Often I have students say, repeat, and I say, please. But when
we just say repeat, remember that's an imperative, and imperatives generally are not very polite.
No. So we need to make a nice request.
Copy. Could you make a copy of this document, please? Nice chat in the group today.
Yeah, it's really active in the group. I like it.
We love active chats. David,
repeat. They do it. One time a student forgot my name and he goes, teacher, repeat.
Oh.
Okay, student. No, I used his name and I asked him to repeat.
Yeah, you can say your names in the chat too. Pearl, David.
We got our names here.
This is my name.
Yeah.
Good. Repeat what you said. Please, can you repeat what you said? Good, Benedetta. Very nice. I love that. Could you repeat what you said? Good, Elena. Perfect.
Perfect. Cool. Good job, guys. Good job. Should we move on?
Yes. We didn't make it past this last time.
Yeah, we did.
Did we?
Yeah, because there's a conversation now.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So yeah. Good job with making these requests, guys. And so now to have a complete conversation, we need a response. So how can we answer each of these requests? Could I come in? Is it okay if I keep my shoes on? Would you mind if I use your bathroom? Is it okay if I help myself to a glass of water? Could I have some ice for my drink? Would you hand me a coaster for my glass?
Coaster?
Coaster?
What is coaster?
I know what a coaster is, but guys, in the chat, tell us, what is a coaster? When do you use a coaster?
I love coasters.
Like this focus.
I like this focus a lot. I like coasters. I am old-fashioned.
I have a coaster right now.
Me too.
Kind of.
Coaster.
My coaster at the moment, my Myes notebook.
It can be a coaster. Anything could be a coaster.
It has two purposes.
Multi-purpose.
Perfect, Mattia. It goes under the glass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the piece of card.
Could be anything. Anything wood. You put under your glass to protect it from the water. Protect the table from the water. Got it.
Perfect.
Yes.
Good job. Good job. So it goes under the glass. Can Can I come in? There is more language in here we need to explore. Help myself. What does that mean? Help myself.
Guinness and beer. Yeah. Sometimes you see the little cook at the bar, the Guinness and beer. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Good. What does help myself mean? Good. What does help myself mean?
Yeah, in number 4, is it okay if I help myself to a glass of water?
Yep. Good job, Alessandra. So do by yourself. Can I do it? Would you mind if I help myself to a glass of water means, can I get myself a glass of water? Exactly.
Perfect.
Good. I think that's all the tricky vocabulary. So number 1, could I come in? Please write a polite response. You can say yes or you can say no, but politely write in the chat. So, could I come in?
Yeah, imagine you knock on your friend's door. Knock, knock, knock. Could I come in?
Shut the door in my face.
You have the virus.
Yeah. We don't have the virus.
Just a suspicious cough at the beginning.
You're quite British, Mattia.
Definitely.
You're welcome, mate. Mate is a term that the British people use. British people. Not Americans. We don't really say mate. Yes.
Perfect. Eleanor, wonderful. Of course you can.
Alessandra, no, I'm sorry, you can't.
Very good.
Yeah.
It's polite. It's negative, but it's very polite.
Yeah, perfect.
Cool. Oh, Annalisa, good use of the modal. Yes, you could. But please is used for the request. It's not used in the response. It's used in the request. Could I come in, please? Right?
I mean, sometimes you will see in films with someone asks them, they go, yeah, please. Like, please do.
Yeah, it's like, please go first. I want you to go first.
Yeah, so like, can I come in? Like, yes, please.
Yeah.
Like, please come in.
True.
It's a nice way. You don't have, it's very old, but it's very nice.
Maybe not in England. Perfect. But yes, of course. Of course you can. Wonderful. Number 2, is it okay if I keep my shoes on? Do we want a positive or a negative response?
Depends on your preference. Do you like when people wear shoes in your home?
No, I don't. Especially now. So, is it okay if I keep my shoes on? A polite way to say no.
Polite way to say no. Or a polite way to say yes. I always take off my shoes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Since I was a child.
I usually ask, depending on the house.
No, it's not. No, it's not, okay? It's the answer. It's a short answer.
Yeah, we want something a bit more elevated, Benedetta. Good response, but we need something elevated.
Good response and accurate.
Mm-hmm.
The grammar is correct.
I'm desolate, but it's not allowed. Sorry. No, I prefer you don't. Cool. So yeah, what we're looking for here is the use of sorry and I prefer. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Is it okay if I keep my shoes on? No, I prefer you don't.
Didn't?
It's okay if I keep. I prefer you don't.
If you didn't. Yeah. Okay. Good. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay, Kathy. Yes, it's okay. If you keep your shoes on, yeah.
Perfect.
Good.
Wonderful. So we have some responses here. So could I come in? Of course, make yourself at home. Number 2, is it okay if I keep my shoes on? If you don't mind, it would be better if you took them off. If you took them off.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Number 3, would you mind if I used your bathroom? Would you mind if I used your bathroom?
I have that question on.
Me too.
It's an important question.
Yeah, you don't just suddenly leave a conversation to go to the bathroom.
Can you imagine? Are you going bathroom? Just get up and leave. Oh, all right.
Bye.
Okay.
My skin looks very blue for some reason.
I guess the lighting.
Should just cut.
No, that's fine. We've gone this far.
We'll see.
We will survive this coronavirus. This lockdown. All right, so we're just waiting for the responses to, would you mind if I used your bathroom? The polite responses. Polite responses.
And remember, positive or negative, it's fine. New comments?
No, I don't mind.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Of course you might. Perfect. Mattia, I don't understand your answer for yeah, not. But pay attention, when we say yeah as an abbreviation of yes, we actually spell it Y-E-A-H. Like yeah.
Yeah.
Y-E-A-H. Yeah. Of course you might. I don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Good job, guys. Pick it up.
Is it okay if I help myself to a glass of water? Sorry, I interrupted.
No. Is it okay if I help myself to a glass of water? Water.
Water. Water, if you're very British, there's no T.
You don't say it like that.
No, because...
She's posh.
Not posh. I say water. Yeah.
You say it with the T, water.
But maybe if I'm with all my English friends.
Do you know New Yorkers say water? Water.
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 If you're from New York, you say water.
Like order with a W. Like order on Amazon.
Not. Yes, why not? If you, Annalisa, if you're adding to Matthias, yeah, why not? It's also a correct way. Good. Is it okay?
Okay, so Mattia, you said, I cannot write what I would like to say. Put an attempt in there and we can help you correct it. It doesn't matter how incorrect, just try.
All right.
Cool.
Can I have it? Hi, Stefania. Thank you for writing. The grammar is correct in that sentence. Good. But is it okay if I help myself to a glass of water? What can we respond to that request? How can we respond? A glass of wine. Or to a glass of wine.
Yes, please.
Glass of wine, glass of water, cup of coffee. Coffee.
A cup of coffee. That was New York.
It was New York.
I attempted New York.
It's okay for me. Sometimes you can just say, it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Good. Elena.
Cool. And so then number 5, or actually the response here, sure, the glasses are in the cupboard. What's a cupboard?
There isn't a problem. It isn't a problem. It isn't a problem, Elisa. It isn't a problem. Is it okay if I help myself to a glass of water? It isn't a problem. It isn't. Good. What is a cupboard?
Yeah, what is
the
cupboard?
P is silent.
Cupboard.
Cupboard. What is a cupboard? I'm not writing. That's not what I wanted. What is a cupboard? Water, coffee. Is that A?
Walk.
Walk, talk.
Walk. Walk.
I love the New York accent. I think it's great.
Very excited to go in September.
Probably the Bronx. Bronx.
Perfect, Benedetta. And Mattia, yeah, it's the same. It's similar to a wardrobe. Wardrobe is specifically for clothes. But yeah, it's where you keep your plates and glasses. Wonderful.
Good. So let's continue. Could I have some ice for my drink? Could I have some ice for my drink? Which is a polite response.
Polite response. No. It's not polite.
Could I have some ice for my drink? Can you imagine a food wardrobe?
Ooh, a pantry.
It's my favorite part of the house. Yes, Benedict. Usually if they're over the sink. Yep.
Perfect, Alessandra, for a negative response. I'm sorry. It has finished. It has finished, meaning I have no ice.
Yeah. Or I finished all the ice.
I finished the ice.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, sure, I'm coming. Yes, you could.
Yes, you could. Wonderful.
Perfect. Very good. Nice and easy. And so last one, would you hand me a coaster for my glass?
Hand me?
Yeah, that's a good question. Hand.
Hand me?
Doesn't mean to hand.
What does hand me mean?
Wait, hand as a verb. What does it mean to hand? Would you hand me?
Would you hand me? What does hand me mean? What does hand me mean? What does hand me mean? Hand me mean.
It's a difficult one to say.
Hand me mean.
What does hand me mean?
Hand me. Hands.
Perfect. Yeah, it just means give me. Would you give me a coaster for my glass?
Good, sure. It's in a cup in front of you.
Perfect.
Take it yourself. Take it. Remember, we need the object, Annalisa. But sure, it's in a cup in front of you. Take it yourself. We need the object. Take it yourself.
Perfect. Mattia, hand me is similar to bring me. Perfect.
Or pass to me.
Yeah, pass.
You can also say pass me a coaster. Could you pass me a coaster? It is also correct. Great job, guys.
I'm very tired today.
Yes, of course. Here you are. All right. So we're going to fill in the gaps with the correct modal verb. Excuse me. Blank. You help me, please. Sure. What I do for you? Well, I'm looking for a street called Enzo Drive. The problem is it's not on this tourist map. You happen to have a smartphone with GPS? Sure, I can look it up for you. Oh dear, my battery is running low, but I have GPS in my car. You wait a few minutes. I'm parked right here. That would be great. You mind if I sat down while I waited? Okay. Ooh, we're all ready. We're
some
ready.
Responses already. Awesome. So A, could. Do you agree? Could.
Could you help me, please? Can it be another modal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got here. Could.
Could, but
Wonderful.
it can speak. Can you help me, please?
Yeah.
Can you help me is also correct in this sentence.
Yeah.
Good.
Next one. What? Benedetta says may.
May.
I like may. What may I do for you?
Could it be anything else? Could be a lot of things.
Could be.
Could be. Sure. What may I do for you? What can I do for you?
Perfect. Yeah. What might I do for you?
Might I do for you? What could I do for you?
Yeah.
All are correct. Can, could, may, might, all of it.
Yeah, they're all the same. They just depend a little bit on permission and possibility. But they're all perfect and mean the same thing. So the problem is it's not on the tourist map. You happen to have a smartphone.
That's a tricky one.
Number 3, what could it be? Number 3.
Number 3 is difficult. It's a difficult one.
Do you know the answer?
Yeah.
Good. Yes,
I'm a teacher. Or maybe I saw the answers before. No, I know the answer. Good, number 3 is difficult. It's difficult.
Because here we're changing a little. It's more about probability than possibility.
Happen to have. Benedetta says, happen to have.
Good question.
So happen to have means by chance.
Yeah, exactly.
By chance. So happen to have, like by chance, do you have?
But do, we want to use a modal.
But not do for this one.
Yeah.
Do you, no, it's okay, but we want to be polite.
Yeah,
so so happen to have means by chance. 3, may, so not may.
I know, can I say?
Yes, say it.
It is, would you happen to have a smartphone with GPS?
Would you?
Would you? Because here we're focusing on probability. Yeah. Do you, by chance, have a smartphone? Would you happen to have? But may, might, and could, they're all about possibility. Okay.
But do is also acceptable here.
Yeah.
Do you happen to have a smartphone with GPS? It is correct, but remember, would is more polite.
Awesome. Number 4, you wait a few minutes. So here again, we're talking about possibility.
Could be a lot, actually. Possibility. Could be, yeah, many options.
Yeah.
Could, yeah, Mattia. Could you wait a few minutes? Yeah. Any more?
Perfect. May you wait a few minutes? I think so.
Yeah, I mean, it's not so common in America, but maybe.
Yeah.
Might you be more common to hear in America? Might you?
Yeah, that's what I mean by those small differences between more permission. Blah, blah.
But can. Remember, Mattia, should is for advice.
No should today. It's all requests. It's all could, might, may, and would. And so last one, and then we will say goodbye.
4 is, that would be great.
It would be great.
Could, no wait, 4 is could, yes, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Could you wait a few minutes? I'm parked right here.
And remember with mind, what modal verb do we use with mind? What do we think, guys? Last one. That would be
Good,
great.
Alessandra. Would you mind if I sat down a while?
Perfect.
No, would you mind if I sat down while I waited?
Perfect.
Good, or we can say the not polite one. Do you mind?
Yeah.
Do you mind if I sat down while I waited?
Awesome.
Yep, Benedetta, yep, even do. Yep, absolutely.
Cool. Really good job, guys. Thank you very much.
So I'm sure you noticed we're stopping about at around the 50-minute mark. This is because due to the situation here, we have to do many lessons frequently. So we have to shorten them to 50 minutes instead of an hour. So sorry, but we did enjoy our time with you. There will be a lesson tomorrow or for the rest of the week for your level, I think every hour from 10 to 8 o'clock at night. Possibly. So you may see us again. If not, we really enjoyed our time together.
Yeah,
and we hope to see you guys one day soon. If you're in the Milan school, maybe we'll see you at an event or something.
Yeah.
But if not, thanks, Mattia.
Thanks, Mattia.
I'm not from London. I'm still the best.
Oh, wonderful.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Speak later.